Hi guys, welcome back to another daily tarot card. These are your daily tarot cards for Tuesday, May 10th, 2022. Today we're pulling from the Shining Woman tarot cards, if I could speak. Oh my word. So we have five of birds, and I feel like, when we think about birds, higher levels of thinking, air, we think of our crown chakra. I feel like the gentleman here, it's like learn how to fly. I feel like, with five, it's like all about enlightenment. So this could be a leveling up during this retrograde because retrograde starts today. So it's like, crown chakra. I definitely feel a strong sense of meditation, to ground ourselves. Take it easy with yourself. This is not a marathon. This is a marathon. This is not a race. We don't have to sit there rush through retrograde because it's like, oh, the quicker we get through it, you know what I mean? If you feel like you got to protect your energy at this time, if you feel very vulnerable, it's not good to be around other people. You got to conserve your energy. Do so. Do what you need to do to get yourself through this time. I don't think it's going to be really hard. I just feel like it's just going to be a whirlwind of emotions. I definitely feel like it'll be emotional. We go to the speaker stone. I definitely feel like ancient wisdom here. So grounded, solid. I think that was one of the things we got for the Chinese oracle was sun, and it was wood. And when I always think of wood, I always think of something solid. Wood is an earth element. We got Taurus in the sky, so that chi energy. So thank God for that. We don't have a lot of fire to give us that anxiety. But I feel like going into Temperance, they're standing in these emotions. I can't remember where I heard this from, but they said Temperance is strength, but has gained their wings. So I feel like with Temperance, even though we're balancing here, I feel like with the sun overhead, I feel like that fire element, it's like, that combination of elements where if our emotions get too much, it's like the fire is able to evaporate the water. You know what I mean? If the fire gets too big, the water is able to extinguish the flame. So I feel like that combination of elements here, we definitely get double balance here with Temperance and with High Priestess. So with the Four of Trees, what they were showing me is a situation with, I feel like it may be a child being vulnerable with you. I feel like it's not like a young child. I feel like maybe a preteen because they're on the bigger side. Like, I don't mean bigger side like that, but like taller. So I don't feel like this is a young like toddler or 7, 8 year old unless your child is really tall. And I feel like they're being vulnerable with you, and I feel like you're exhausted. But it's like taking that time to be like, you know what? Even though you're exhausted, they want to be vulnerable. It's like they're showing you in your bed, you're cuddling, you're pulling up the comforters, giving them a safe space to say what they need to say, and letting them purge. It's just like, we need to get that kind of stuff off our chest. Let them take that opportunity and be vulnerable with you and speak and that's what Mother's Day is all about because today's technically Mother's Day. It's Sunday. I feel bad having time to keep up with readings. So it's just like sitting there and being vulnerable, and it's just like what Mother's Day is all about is being that nurturer. We think about the Empress, the Queen of Cups. It's like always given from your cup. Rebirth, fertility. Empress is very selfless. Ruling with Venus. We have Aries and Venus going in conjunction today. So it's bringing that excitement in. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's just like, I feel like we're getting excited that it's like we get so excited we start crying. They're showing that little boy where innocently, she's like sitting there and she's just like asking about his first day at school, and I think she asked, "Are you gonna miss your mom?" And he was okay until she said that, and then he just started bawling, and she's like, "Oh dang, I really misspoke there." I was like, "Yeah, don't bring up mommy when it's the first day of school." We have the High Priestess, so again, balancing the emotions. You know what I mean? She has. It looks like this snake here, and it could be taming your inner demons. We talk about like higher levels of thinking here, but I also feel like with the High Priestess, they were showing the waning crescent, and that was something that was present in Mercury retrograde forecasts and projections about this waning crescent. I don't have AstroSeek open, so I can't see the moon's calendar. But in my opinion, I know the full moon will be a lunar eclipse. I feel like that's the 16th, if I'm not mistaken. So I would feel like the new moon would be right around there. So it's probably, if it's not actually June 1st, it'll be right around that date. And I feel like they're highlighting something there. Like maybe that's the ending of it, because June 2nd is the ending of Mercury will go direct. So I feel like happy times for me. There's a lot of like, celebrations going on. We have graduation, we have birthday parties. So it's just like a lot of things, Father's Day with my brother-in-law. So there's a lot of things to look forward to and to celebrate. A lot of the family birthdays are in the summer. So it's like, we're starts off birthday season is June. You know what I mean? So it's just like, you know, being, celebratory. But I feel like in this time, it's like they're saying life lessons. So it's just like being present in the moment, and making yourself available for those people in our life that need us in vulnerable situations. So we start off with the five of birds, and I feel like, this could be spirit protecting you this time, because we see a bunch of birds surrounding you. So I feel like in this way, it's just kind of like where it's like we're learning how to fly, or our higher emotions. Like this is like, looks like kind of like a meditated state, but you know what I mean? I feel like highlighting our crown chakra, in that meditative way, maybe you're going to get a lot of downloads during retrograde. You know what I mean? You can't always look at retrograde as a negative, because it's like it allows situations that maybe we wish we could redo it, to redo it in a positive way. Something that was really made clear during the TikTok video was the way we speak to each other, making sure the message is clear. That's why I like to voice clip. And it's just like, like especially with my one girlfriend there, Sarah. She sits there and we talk about like, God and our families, and like the kids and life, or even what's going on in the universe. She's just like that deep thinker, in which I enjoy having conversations with her. And it's like you could hear her baby girl, you could hear the rooster, you could hear like her kids having fun in the background. You could hear the cardinals, which I really enjoy, because she knows I love my cardinals, and she's got tons of cardinals. So it's just like, to hear those, beautiful sounds, like especially like her baby girl, like, of all, just to hear how happy that baby girl is, you know what I mean? Just like, what a beautiful thing is when, that life comes into this world, this beautiful, innocent life. And it's just, hearing those kinds of things. But I feel like that's what they're talking about, is like the way we communicate with each other. If you misspeak or anything like that, because I find with me in text is like, I talk funny. I talk like I assume like you should know the whole situation already, right? I talk like I'm in the middle of a conversation, but when I text, but it's just like I feel like it's making sure, if I could speak, making sure that the person is hearing what you're trying to say. So maybe this is where a voice clip would come in handy, or it's just like maybe it came off the wrong way, and it's like don't let it fester, correct yourself. So it's like, what is Mercury all about? The planet of communication. You know what I mean? So this is something I feel like should be coming out, or should be spoken. I feel like this was thrown Thursday last week with the magician showing up, and it was like, that potent red, and it's like, on one hand, it's like, he could be a great ally, little figure, and it's on the other hand, it's like he could be a great deceiver. You know what I mean? So it's like, definitely when we talk about Mercury, it's like, that's where I feel like making sure your message is being received properly. So the five of birds, allowing old pain to die away, sacrifice to recover from wounds, honest acceptance of loss, power from confronting a situation. So communication. I definitely feel like when we go through things in life, especially when it comes to bereavement, loss, it's like, like we can speak on this. And it's just like, one thing I could say, I felt like I had a hole in my soul for the longest time. And, it's like, that hole has been filled with a lot of beautiful things and miracles and blessings and, situations that come about, and it makes us happy, and I'm very grateful for that. It's like that, the loss is still there, but it's not as potent and it isn't so much at the forefront as it used to be. And I'm lucky to say that. And it's like, feel your emotions. Like, yeah, there's still days where it gets me, and it's like, I feel my emotions, and there's nothing wrong with that. it's always going to be a part of me. You know what I mean? It's always going to be a part of us, you know? Especially when you love someone so deeply. So it's just like, feel what you're feeling, but just don't make a home there. Obviously some certain things that trigger us, and all we can do is feel our way through it. That's what I mean. It's like, you got to sit there, and it is what it is. There's nothing we can do about it. So speaker of stones, so speaker, verbal communication. Speaking from absolute conviction, pursuing others' thoughts through the power of one's uh, certainty, fertility, and many aspects, wealth. So wealth with no harm to none, and so it is. There's, I think it's, please forgive me if I'm saying, it was the show Frasier. I think he had, like, it doesn't look exactly like it, but it's like, that's what they're showing me, is that fertility god that he had, the fertility statue. So it could be, I'm not sure if someone's trying to get pregnant, and it's just like they're trying to, look into different cultures and, different things that would bring that in. But for some reason, they just brought that in. They were showing specifically that. They're showing, they're like, oh, that's interesting. And he's like, yeah, it's a fertility god. I was like, oh, that's interesting. That's pretty cool. So we go to temperance, balancing our emotions. But here we're standing in the water. We're not standing 1 foot on the shore and 1 foot in the water. It's like, I love the fact, and that's with some of the temperance cards, especially the EA weight and the ethereal deck. It's like the path leads to the sun. They have a path off to the left, and it's like it leads to the sun. It's like, they're clearing this path to us, and it's straight. It's a straight shot. There's no mountains, ravines, and all that stuff that we usually see. It's like straight shot to the sun, so it's like balancing our emotions. And I feel like, especially as we move forward, it's like, maybe you're cycling, and it's like, don't let those emotions affect you or affect your relationships. You know what I mean? And it's just like being kind with yourself, but also being kind with others. He juggles the waters. He stands in the river. He drinks rain in the morning. So it's like very water element. Maybe it's going to affect our water elements more. We got some fish in there. So our Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, it's like maybe this retrograde, will affect them more. I'm not sure. But I feel like I love the fact that, with temperance, it's like fearless. I'm going to stand in my emotions. You know what I mean? I'm going to face this head on. Temperance is strength, but has gained its wings. You know what I mean? I love the fact that we have the fire, sun element. Like the way the sun there, so fire present. We, also bringing up strength with the fact that, temperance is strength that has gained their wings. So bravery, courage, strength, resilience. Leaving behind all fear, worry, and doubt. Because that's where Mercury makes us feel so vulnerable. Leaving behind that anxiety, leaving behind that depression, because it's like, okay, is this true feelings, or is it I'm just feeling emotional today? If you're someone that's like, sometimes we can't explain our emotions, I definitely recommend following Astrology Answers Deborah Silverman. She will talk about, this is where I talk about, Taurus and Leo in the sky. This is where I talk about those conjunctions, because I learned it from her. She does offer classes if you're really deep into it. I just will, say that, it's 6 weeks, and she said it's about, 2.5 to 3 hours of homework. You know what I mean? So if you have that time for 6 weeks, definitely invest into it. It's well worth it. You'll be a registered astrologist afterwards. That's something I would like to do, when I'm able to get that kind of chunk of time. But, it's like, honestly, if you're drawn to the stars and all that, that's something I would definitely, invest your time into. They're on Instagram, they're on YouTube, they're on TikTok. So put your notifications on. It's like it'll make you understand sometimes where we are like, why am I feeling like this? And it's like, oh, because of the planets. And it's like, oh, they're reaping havoc on me again. So balance, finding the middle way, avoiding extremes, calm and security, power without aggression, caution. So power without aggression. Why do people have to feel like they have to be in power? They have to be in charge. It's my way or the highway. It's like, why are you causing confrontation when there shouldn't be any? So this is where I feel like, if someone's being very confrontational, it's like, okay, you know what? Maybe I need to sit there and take a break from this person until retrograde is over, or maybe until they've, pulled their head out of their butt. It's like, you know what? It doesn't always have to be your way for things to move smoothly. It's, you know what I mean? Sometimes we have to adjust. We have to recalibrate. We have to listen. That's the biggest thing. We talk about Mercury, and it's like communication. And it's like we have to learn when to shut the F up and just listen. You know, we're talking about temperance, balance. It's like as much as you love to chit, 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 you got to listen. You know, 2 ears, 1 mouth. You know, Judge Judy says it all the time. Listen more and speak less. You know, what do we do in a meditation? We're listening. When we're praying, we're having a communication with God. We're speaking to God. We're having our requests. You know, don't forget to thank Him when those requests are answered. But it's also when we meditate, it's like we're listening. You know, it's definitely when we're dreaming, we're listening because we're at peace. Our mind isn't running a mile a minute. We're sitting there, we're sleeping. Our mouth isn't running a mile a minute, and it's now we're just open to receiving. You know, so receive those messages. So 4 trees, making the most of ordinary things in life, finding special meaning and everyday experiences. Every morning you wake up, grateful attitude. Thank you for another beautiful, blessed day, for watching over us, for protecting us, for, you know, just being here, you know, being present in this moment, for everything you have in your life, you know. Attitude of gratitude. It's the way you start off every day. So, High Priestess, she stays in one place. She swims in the water. She talks with the serpents. She knows all secrets. She says nothing. She keeps. Funny enough, they say that she stands in water, but it doesn't look like she is. Especially the 2 pillars there. It's like, you know, I always say, like, you know, we always see her in a seated position. So patience, you know, the 2 pillars. We get that. We get the, you know, balance being restored. We definitely get that with temperance as well with the 2 glasses. Very Libra energy, bringing that balance in. So inner truths, stillness, intuitive knowledge, peacefulness, a time to look inward rather than to get involved with others. So there you go. Keep your nose out of other people's business. Don't get involved in their drama. It does nothing to do with you. Just keep doing you. Sometimes secrets or mysteries. What lies hidden within a situation. Yeah, sometimes that's what it is. Sometimes people got stuff going on that we have no idea, and it's not so much a secret. It's just they don't want to be vulnerable, or maybe they don't even know it themselves. You know, but it's not our job to get involved unless we're asked to be involved, and we want to get involved. It's like if you're not going to do it wholeheartedly, don't get involved. You know, just keep to yourself. But I definitely feel like here it's just like, you know, I feel like this like kind of aggression energy. I did say that I felt like very provoking energy, you know? So if you have a provoker in your life, maybe it's time to like, let's just take a break. You know what I mean? Like until this is done, you know? We don't need to be provoked at this time. You know, sometimes I feel like Mercury retrograde brings out the worst in people, but it's like they're showing you who they truly are. You know what I mean? It's just like, you know, yeah, there's having bad days and then there's just being an ass, you know? So it's just like sometimes we just got to protect ourselves and be like, oop, we know how this one's going to act, so let's just, you know, keep away from that. But just, you know, just sit there and welcome Mercury retrograde. Don't sit there like, oh, got to hide out for the next, you know, till the 3rd, till the 2nd of June. And it's like, you know what, just enjoy every day. Take it, you know, go sit outside in the fresh air and listen to the birds, you know? Sit there, it's like you're watching a ball game, you got a cool beer in your hand. It's like, do whatever brings you peace. That's all that's all you can do at this time. You know, when you feel vulnerable during these times, do what brings you peace. Do what brings you happiness. As long as, you know, there's no harm to none, keep doing you, honestly. So I hope you guys enjoyed these daily tarot cards for Tuesday, May 10th, 2022. May the universe bless you good. May Mercury retrograde be kind. We'll see you for the next daily tarot cards. Bye.